concerning the traditional and cultural reconciliation of the Eastern Youth Network. We will concentrate on the difference between the traditional rule and the traditional ruler as earlier mentioned. In our culture, in our tradition, across the Eastern region, we have a staff of office given unto the king of the land by the ancestral right. The staff of the king is not the staff that government gave to him. No, that is not the staff to wield the authority of the land. There is a staff to wield the authority of the land. So it is this staff that they have neglected and replaced it with the government staff, which will have made it ineffective for the land to function. The culture have made it in a way that upon the laying of that staff, anciently established according to the traditional rites performed, it is the leadership authority of that community. And whomsoever that lift such staff and make a proclamation, the land will resist every evil. The land will resist any that is not right. But now, this is what politics has done. Politics have made us to deviate from these rights and privileges of our land. And that is what the British nation want to accomplish, because following the system of our culture, it will disturb their domineering and conquest program. So they have to first of all destabilize us in our ancient way of approaching our God. Now, and bring Christianity that make us believe that we are practicing fetish. If you can go to the dictionary and make full meaning of what fetish is, you will also know that the church you go to is fetish. If we want to introduce or learn or look into what fetish means, you find that even the culture of the white in the tradition in the church and the white marriage we perform are all fetish. That is what it means. So let us not be deceived by the language of the Englishman, and let us come home. Now, the truth I want to share with you here is that ancient order must be restored. Any king that do not have such a staff is not worthy to be called a king and must be dethroned. Any king operating only with the staff that government gave him is not a representative of the land. A worthy king is a king that represents the land. A king that will speak to the land and the land will listen. A king that will talk to the gods and the gods will listen. A king that will speak and the Allah will be still. Unlike the crisis we have today all around the Eastern region, all around the world. In the ancient days, when such crises come, the kings will gather with their offer and pass a decree, and you will see the gods will move, the land will be calm, everywhere will be calm. But ask me what the kings are doing now in this present situation of crisis all over the place. They don't even have power of the land. Let me tell you a secret. If the staff of authority of office of a true king, 7 can come out in the whole East, 7 true kings that are not political kings can come out in the whole East and bring their staff together and pass a decree. If you hear anybody being killed anywhere by gun, tell High Prince that he's a false prophet. Tell me that the High Prince is a false one. This is the problem. The land that we are enjoying the resources is not happy. The gods are not happy, and the reprisal of their unhappiness is the turmoil you see in the land. That is what is meant by Eblebeburebu or Foshiria. Something is projecting these problems, and until that thing is approached, it can never stop. And that is the spirit of the black man. That is the gods of the black man, because now they want to be free. And if they want to be free, we must serve them in the proper way, because they are the God that we have. Your God can be the God of the white man, and the God of the white man cannot be your God. Don't be deceived. I am a bishop. I have opened churches. I have lectured in so many religious universities. I have taught in so many religious activities. I am a philosopher. I am a religionist. I am a culturalist. And I'm telling you the truth that our culture, our tradition is the truth, and not the church you are there worshiping. I was there. So you don't say maybe I am talking nonsense. I am part and parcel of the church system from my birth. But all the prayers, all the fastings, all activities that have been done, none, to no avail, none. What has been guiding us from our mother's womb down to the time, even as I'm talking to you now, have been the spirit that my God gave unto me. The prayer of pastor have never worked. The prayer in the church have never worked. When I go and have a problem, it is still that my spirit that will come and save me, not the angel of God. And that spirit, I found it not in the church room. For the years I am in the church room, I couldn't find it until the gods of my land come to me and say, this is the mission for which you are born. And I begin to know that because we have deviated from our culture and our tradition, we are suffering what we are suffering today. And I tell you, we will suffer more unless we come back. So that is what we are to reconcile in our environment as the youth. Go back to your tradition. Go back to your cultural heritage. That is the only instrument to weaken the white supremacy. That is the only instrument to weaken slavery. That is the only instrument to weaken the dubious activities in the church rooms today. That is the only instrument of victory that we have, is our tradition, our Ofologu, the ancient right, the ancient authority. The Ofologu, that is the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. The Ofologu is the symbol of the Christ authority that our ancient fathers established in hope of the coming of Christ. The manifestation of Christ did not say that he has abolished Ofo, but rather it is the pioneer path that must be maintained. So every youth, I am giving you this as an information. Go back to your traditional right. Go back to your culture. Go back home. Find your roots. You will prosper. All of you go to join one rubbish society or the other, just like the evil cult Hope Uzodimma joined. At the end of the day, it is bloodshed, it is destruction all over the place, because you want money. But let me tell you that this wealth you are looking for abroad is right beneath your feet in the east, because you have failed to recognize the land. The land will never give you peace. The day we remember the land and begin to recognize that we are all standing upon this land is the day we will have peace, even at death and in life. Let me tell you, it doesn't end here. If God can open your eye to see the dead, what they are passing through, you will know that they are also not at peace, as you are not at peace. So why don't we begin to initiate a process that will bring peace to all of us all? That is the nation we are pursuing. We are a spirit children of God. We are all given different talent, different responsibility, different race. We are blacks, we are not whites. So we must inherit and adopt who we are. Then it shall be well with us. Because the wealth is in the black. Black is the beginning of the race of mankind. And you cannot neglect the root and expect to stand strong. This is the reconciliation direction. So any king that is not having the proper authority of the land is not worthy to be called a king. He is a political king that must be dethroned. Or else that community will never move forward. Because when they give you this stuff and neglect the land, whatever thing they tell you is what you do. But when you have the stuff of the land, when they tell you and you say no, even if when they come upon you and you lift up your staff and speak, they will all perish. That power exists in the staff of our kings. So where is it today? All of them don't even know what makes them kings. You see, they don't even know their right as kings. That is why the environment is languishing. So we must hold the kings responsible for all the blood that has been shed in the eastern region, because they have failed. They have sold our right to politics. They have sold our culture, and they have neglected the way of our existence, and that is why our children are dying. I want any king to rise up and tell me I am lying. That is why the God said Ohaneze Ndigbo is dissolved and does not exist. Anyone who prepares himself as Ohaneze Ndigbo stands the risk of being taken by the gods in any which way. It is coming. Expect a massive destruction. More destructions are coming. These things are not being done by men. They are being instigated by the gods. This crisis you are seeing are being instigated by spirits. And the blood flow. We have to stop it. It is now or never. And let me use this to conclude this message to Mr. President. I am very sorry and that a man like you could be elected as the president of this whole nation. It's a pity that even our leaders were so blind that they could not see that you, in whole of your administration, has been the violation of the human right of everyone. And nobody is talking. We are coming. That's my message. The youth will come. And we will come. We will come. We are coming. You will know that even if the Lord will not prosecute you, we, the youth, will prosecute you. This is my message. This is the High Prince, Dr. Charles Chukwuemeka Amanze. Ugochinyere, Eze Amadioha. I am the High Prince of our time. They don't buy it in the market. Neither is it being given by government. Neither is it being given by the useless kings that we have, that don't even know the history of their land. It is the gods that choose. And I've been chosen. I will get to the root of it and unravel the evil that befalls all of us all. Take this message to the grassroots. We must return home. I will initiate it. I will teach you the ancient right and culture of our land. And so, we will bring peace. When we begin to reconcile it, that is when we begin to see that peace will reign in our environment. Thank you. Remain blessed.